I gotta figure out how to do my mic, enable my mic when it happens because the OG days, when I first started using that intro at least, I would say, "It's time to wake and bake, the Wake and Bake Morning Show." But it mutes my mic when I have my automatic, what you call it, intro going in on there. So, here we are. Wake and Bake late night show. I should have that queued up, actually. I should put that up, but I'm gonna give you guys some time to get into the chat room. I was telling my secret society, see, that's one of the bonuses you get for being in my secret society or a Vampire Radio VIP over there on Patreon is I'm always on the chat room. Always in the chat room throughout the day, and I let them know what's going on, and I told them first it was 7:30, and I was like, "Okay, it's gonna be like 8 because it took me a while to set everything up. But happy Sunday fun day, everyone, and if you're watching this on Monday, happy Monday. Let's get some musica going, and then I'll go into the chat room. I see there's some messages there already, which is awesome. Turn this bitch down so we don't get it blasted off. Mid 12. Do you hear me okay? And do you hear the music? Let me know in the chat room. What's going on? Jesse, thanks for joining. Dave on the west side. What's up? Thanks for joining. No, you're not the only one. Bloody Money 47. But thanks for joining. All right, now let me make sure all is well on the social media, right? And let me know in the comments if you can hear me clearly or if the music's too loud or if you don't hear the music. Wasn't that what we have? That's why there is a chat to have interactions. I don't get it. Maybe not everyone's about it. Maybe not everyone's comfortable with it, but I sure as hell am. So here I am, Wake and Bake Night Show, hanging out with people like you, Dave on the West Side. Magnus died. It's always good to see you. Okay, good. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, now let me see. First, we check the Twitter. See if all is well on the Twitter. Seems like it. Great. Now let me check the YouTubes. Great. Now, last but certainly not least, let's go to Twitch. There I am. Okay, great. Everything seems fine and dandy, like sour effing candy. What's going on, you guys? Man, I was really hoping to have a Wake and Bake morning show with you guys. And here's why. It's fine. We're here. We're hanging out. That's all that matters, right? But I like starting my day with the Wake and Bake morning show, having my little coffee, doing my little baking in between segments before the show. It really sets a nice little pace for me. But you know, something I've learned with my content creating life is things don't always go as planned. So sit back, relax, pivot, figure it out, and then do it. So here we are. So thank you guys for joining me. Oh, I see. On their Patreon. I tried that, but it's just better for me to do it this way. However, I do members only chats or live streams on for my secret society, for my Vampire Radio VIPs, and coming soon to my YouTube channel because it is monetized. Thank you very freaking much. Look, I fixed it. It probably scared the crap out of some of you guys. Sorry, I didn't realize how loud that was. But I fixed it, you guys. I'm so excited. Because now I can give people proper shout outs like all my secret society members right now. Shout out to you. All of my YouTube members. Shout out to you. all my YouTube viewers. Oh, too many. There we go. To all my Twitch followers. See, now I can do it and it doesn't interrupt the music. Because I fixed it. Because that's what life's a journey. And we're all here together to have experiences so that we can be enlightened. So that we can be our better selves. So the Wake and Bake morning show goes more efficiently and I don't freak out. That's why. I appreciate that, Dave on the west side. What's going on? NJPW456. Oh my goodness. So earlier today, my dogs, I have a friend that works in the vet industry and grooming animals and stuff like that. So she comes over and does my dog's nails, which is so helpful because they don't like it, especially Jack, my boy dog. I've only had him for 7 months. So I'm still trying to learn his little ways, right? And then they get their anal glands expressed. They got to have it done. So that was a whole adventure this morning. And that's why I was like, you know what? She's coming over kind of early. So I'm not going to have like a stream where I feel super rushed and whatever. And I'm glad I did it that way because I was able to set everything up that needed to get set up and get them prepared. And this was the smoothest, what's the right word? The smoothest it's ever gone for them. So I think a lot of that had to do with me preparing ahead of time. So I'm sorry, guys. My babies come first. And now good old Minnie and good old Jack have their nails nice and trimmed up and their anal glands expressed. So there you have it. That's why I couldn't do it this morning. And then yesterday, oh my goodness, I totally forgot that I made plans. Don't you hate when that happens? But as you mostly know out there, you've been following my stuff, I've been having a whirlwind of a life over here. So it's easy for things to kind of get lost in the shuffle. So I completely forgot I had plans. So I had to rearrange everything. So that was a whole thing. So I was like, you know what? I'll see if I can do it in the evening. I'm glad that I said, but pretty much but maybe not. I might have to do it on Sunday because it just didn't work out that way. But anyways, so that's the short version of why we're having another late night Wake and Bake. And oh my goodness, you guys, something I completely forgot to share with you last time we had a Wake and Bake. I went to this place in SoCal. It's called Tom's Farm. It's really, really cute. If you're ever in the SoCal area, it is out east a bit from Los Angeles, but it's worth it. They're so cute there. Yes, they do have some farm animals there, but it's more of like they have this cute little shop that has different wines and beers and cheese and different produce-y type of things. And then they have this really cute store that has a bunch of stuff. I don't even know how to explain it. And then they have different little it's like a kick it spot. You go there, you take your family, or even if it's just taking your friends there or going on a date, whatever. It's a good spot. I should do why haven't I done a Tom's Farms vlog? Coming soon to the YouTube channel, you guys. Tom's Farm. It's really cute. I don't go there as often as I'd like because it is a bit far. It's a bit of a drive. Not too crazy, but a little bit. But anyways, so when I was at Tom's Farm, I was like, okay, I'm going to get some wines that I don't see anywhere else. So there's this brand, I think it's called 19 Cellars. Oh, I should have written it down. But they had these really cute bottles. And these bottles had the Bride of Frankenstein and they had the Frankenstein's monster. So immediately I was like, oh, I'm going to try these, especially because my favorite wine is Zinfandel. So I thought, oh, this is perfect. One of them is Zinfandel. And so I had no idea until I was going to do the tasting that when you scan a code on the bottle, it takes you to their website and the label interacts with you. And I completely forgot to show that to you guys. So let me go ahead and turn the music off real quick just so it doesn't mess it up. But I was like, oh my gosh, dude, I can't believe that I didn't share this. Let's see here, where is it at? So let's see if I don't mess this up. Okay, so here's the first one.
Enjoy the timeless allure of 19 Crimes Rebellious Wine. Where each sip of this red blend delivers a shocking yet beautiful dance of flavor. Embodying the spirit of the classic bride of Frankenstein herself.
19 Crimes, excuse me, 19 Crimes. So that was one. How effing cute. How effing cute was that? Oh my goodness. I couldn't. So now we got to go to the other one. I have 2 clips for this because I thought it was over and it wasn't. So let's see if I don't mess this one up. Let's see.
I'm alive. Dark berries. Rich mouth feel. Bold Cabernet. Wine. Good. Cheers. But she loved this wine. Wine. Good. Cheers.
How cute though. OM to the G, 19 Crimes. That's how you make a bottle. And it was good wine. So when I didn't record when I did the actual tasting, but I was taking notes the entire time right here in my book. So I need to reflect on it because I was just like, it was so good that I was just like, you know what? I've had such a crazy time. I just want to relax. I don't want to be on camera right now. I made my notes. I'll revisit this. So coming soon to the YouTube channel, to Instagram, I'm sure, is my review of the 19 Crimes. Super cute bottle. And I wonder if there's other ones out there that are like that, or if that's just that series. Because if there's more, I need to go find them. That's for dang sure. All right, let me put some music on and then I will go back to the chat room, see what you guys are saying. Wait, what? Are you talking to me? Am I that pro wrestler? Am I? Probably. Paul Steve 6548. Thank you. Oh, I need some water. Yes, Vinny. That's me. I'm that girl. Tis me, Vinny. Tis me. Oh my gosh, you guys. So, have you ever gone to your high school reunion? Let me know in the comments. Yes, the WWE version. This shirt does rule. It's one of my favorites. If you watch my content, I wear it a lot. You know what my favorites are. There's like this tank top I love, and then I have my Goonies one I wear a lot, and then my Don't Ask for Nudes one I wear a lot. If you pay attention, you'll see my favorites, and then you'll see them like in different times in my life too, because I keep them up. When I find a good shirt, Back to the Future is definitely one of my favorites too. Oh my gosh, you know what? Before I go about blah, 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 I can't even talk because I got thrown off. Before I talk about reunions, high school reunions, um, I did a vlog of this whole night I had that was so freaking awesome, where I went to this Back to the Future event, and it was in October, and I still haven't edited it. So I need to edit that dang vlog because it was a lot of fun. I had so much fun. It was at one of their film locations. Snoopy's one of my guys too. That's why. Speaking of, let me get some more water. I'm very dehydrated. I didn't realize this. So high school reunions. Anybody? I haven't seen anyone right in the chat room. I have tried to go to my reunions when they've had a couple of different like milestone ones. They just didn't work out, and it sucked because I really wanted. Because here's the thing, maybe I'm just weird, and that is true. I think about people from high school a lot, and I even think about people who maybe I wasn't necessarily like tight with or anything like that, but like little moments that kind of just always stuck out to me and stayed with me. And because of things like Facebook, and because I ended up having a career where it puts me out there in the public more and I'm more easy to find, I've been able to have different conversations with said people, and they're like, you think I don't remember that, or oh, you think of that? Okay. But I don't know why. That's just the way I am. So I like the idea of going to a reunion to see these people. Like, it's one thing to see them on social media. I want to see them in person, especially the homies from back in the day that, like, even though we lost touch because life, like, their friendships are friendships that I've compared, like, these are the standard of kind of friend I want. And if you don't meet that standard, get out of here then. So I would love that. Have a freaking drink or two with them, uh and so finally I saw that they post that they're going to do a reunion thing at the beach. But I thought they were saying, because there's different beaches here in SoCal where you can rent a boat. And so I thought it was, you can either go on the party boat for the 3 hours, or you could be at the beach and like whatever. So long story short, as I can make it, the party boat just isn't going to work out for me. And so I thought, awesome, though, I'll just go to the beach. But now I realize when I revisited the post, they were saying, which one would you guys rather do? And the tiki boat, it's a tiki boat. I wish I could do it, but I just can't. So that won the vote, and that's what they're going to do. So now I'm like, dang it. So am I gonna? And then I was thinking when I was getting ready for the wake and bake tonight, it was bothering me. So because this is a new information, this is like, I was like, oh man. So I was thinking, I was like, maybe I should find like a bar nearby there or something like that, or just go to the like because I think we're the tiki boat where you get on and off. There's like little places there, I think. So I thought, maybe what if I like bring up like people who can't go on the boat? They like, there's like a little pre-party or something like that at like one of these places. So here's hoping. I want to go, but here's the other thing. Even though that all sounds fun and dandy, like sour candy, I grew up watching shows like Married with Children that when they go to the high school reunion, they're at the gym from the school that you're like going to the reunion for. I thought that's how it's supposed to be. I would love to go back to my high school and have our high school reunion there, like TV told me it was supposed to be, because I dream about high school. I'm sure a lot of you out there too. It's a psychological thing, I get it. But still, I want to go reconnect and like take the energy I left there. I want it back. So I want to go get it. And so why can't they just have the reunion there, dude? Pisses me off. Married with Children is an epic series. 1000%. Oh, awesome. Dave on the West Side made his 30th. Oh, man. I hope it works out and I can go still. Because see, the reason why I can't go on the tiki boat is because the time the tiki boat is, like, for things I got going on in my life, I can't. So that's what sucks. It's like I literally can't be on that tiki boat during those hours. It sucks. I'm class of 98. No alcohol allowed on the grounds. They can do something. They can do something where it's like, because it's controlled, even if they have to, like, they can do something. I know it. Come on. That's a cop out. Okay, it's real cute of you to say that. And I appreciate it. But you know, 96. Got class of 2002. All different eras over here. All different eras. I didn't realize that I could see the comments from Twitter on here, because before it used to be only on Twitch or the YouTube comments I could see. So there you freaking have it. All right, shout out to the viewers over there on Twitch. I mean, Twitter. You know, it really pisses me off because Twitter is my SH, and not only do they pay so little when you get monetized, dude, just to get monetized, I feel like they're asking for a lot. And my realization of that is one of the things that I just didn't meet. It's the one thing that I needed to meet was within a 3-month period, I needed to make 3 million impressions. And then one day I was like, damn it, I just can't get past like 2.5 million impressions. And then when I said it out loud one day, I said, that's a lot of people. I'm not gonna let X, because Twitter wouldn't be pulling this BS. I wouldn't let X make me feel lesser than because I don't have 3 million impressions within 3 months. 2.5 million is a lot of freaking people. Oh my gosh, a lot of freaking people. And I'm very proud of that. So you know what, X? I got 2 words for you. Suck it. And that's just how I feel, because Twitter would never pull this kind of BS. But whatever. What do I know? You know, and it made me want to throw up. And so I was just like, that's why I was like, I don't really focus on like trying to monetize on Twitter. And then here's my beef with you two, X. This whole BS of that to protect my brand and my identity. My identity. I gotta pay your asses every single month a fee to be verified, to protect my brand and my identity. That sucks. And then I saw earlier today, I retweeted with a lot of eye roll emojis, that the free X users are like limited now to what they can even do online. Hello, this is not what Twitter built the mountain on. Okay, I know X doesn't care about it, but it just sucks to see that happen. And I hope that somebody comes and saves Twitter, man. Blue checks are overrated, but when you're a person like myself, you got to protect your brand and you got to protect your identity, because there's people out there that in the past have talked to fans as me in flirty ways or etc. in that realm. And even though that's on the fan, with like, if it's the followers weren't as much as like my official one or whatever, still. So then people are so sick pretending to be me, having sick little fantasy conversations with people. So that's why I try to really keep all my stuff very official and stay verified when I can. So that's why it was BS that I earned. I earned my blue check mark back in the day with Twitter. I was very proud of that. And then it showed this is my official, no if, ands, buts, or about it. This is the, if you're not getting those messages from this account, I don't know what to tell you, because that's weird and that's on you to want to believe it. But I can't, there's people that have come and met me at a meet and greet or a wrestling show, and that's how I know. They're like, oh, remember that conversation we had, and da da da. No. And it's weird, and it puts me in a very awkward position with these people. Ugh, it sucks. So I gotta pay, and then to hear that the people who don't have to pay, so they choose not to, power to them. You're gonna limit their time and their activity. It makes me just want to puke, and I hate to puke. So anyways, earlier today, I was editing some clips for TMI. The new TMI will be on my YouTube channel on Friday at 9 p.m. Pacific, 12 Eastern. And of course, I will be in the chat room watching with all of you fine people. And it's going to be a hoot. I'll tell you that. It's going to be a hoot. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. See? You guys just see me right now have a moment. The full episode is already up. Friday, I already watched it. So the clips that I was editing today were previews to get you to watch the whole one. I just glitched out in front of y'all, all you guys. It's been that time, you know. It's been that kind of a week, and I'm still not even done, because after I'm done hanging out with you guys, I got more work to do. But anyways, my brain is fried officially right now because I put together quite a few clips. And one of them was talking about, spoiler alert, this promoter that I don't really think very positive about. But I talk about an experiences I had that ended up being fruitful for me. So it's fine. But one of the things I brought up in there is how I am a bench warmer model. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to talk about that today on the Wake and Bake. And I totally spaced on bringing my hard drive in here. So now I got to send the pictures, because, you know, you got to have pictures. You got to have pictures to go with the story. That's just my opinion anyways. Hold on. But for those of you that don't know what a bench warmer model is, bench warmers is a trading card series that came out. Man, when did they start? I want to say in the late 90s, maybe. Definitely in the 2000s. And it's all like lingerie models, some pinup models, some Playboy models. So as far as the modeling world goes, and if you're like a glamour model or anything like that, it's kind of a big deal. Dang it, where did these pictures go? Okay, here's a couple. So, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Is that all of them? And you know what? We're gonna revisit some pictures that popped right now that are really freaking cute, and we're just gonna go there. I didn't even plan this, but here we go. All right, now let me airdrop this to my computer. Hopefully it won't say I don't have any memory. But anyways, they're really cute trading cards. If you don't know what they are, look them up, okay? They're really freaking cute. You won't be disappointed. But it was a big deal for me to finally land that because I hate that this is the reality of the thing, but hold on, let me make sure I'm not messing up. The reality of it, but there was some girls that cock blocked me, dude, from getting that gig. There was 3 of them. I'm not gonna name names, but there was 3 of them. Where did downloads. And it sucked to hear that for sure because I suspected that that was the case, but I felt like kind of like I'm crazy, like being paranoid or whatever. And that was not the case. It was real because I got confirmation that they were like bad mouthing me. So it's fine because it ended up working out and I ended up becoming a bench warmer model any damn way. And like I said, I'm really proud of it. And I remember during that time, um, you know, it was a struggle. I know I've talked about on here before my Hollywood Boulevard days and when I used to live by Hollywood Boulevard and just really living that life, dude. And then here I was a bench warmer model and this was the last shoot that they did. And then after that they stopped doing new shoots and then they just did like work whenever they've made new cards after that, they just went off of what they already had. So let's take a peek-see over here. So this is a little selfie that I did in the bathroom. So cute. Look at how cute that bathing suit is. And you can't really tell how shiny it truly was in this picture because, oh man, what year was this? Oh, shoot, I should know it. I can't remember what year, but the cell phones weren't as good and sharp as they are today. That's why, hence, it's a little fuzzy, but so effing cute. And then here's some cute behind the scenes. The gold bikini. And I love this shot. It's so behind the scenes. I love a good behind the scenes vibe. So you get the point here. So we shoot these pictures super easy against these kind of backgrounds with some lighting. And then they make the cards after that because, when they have all that kind of blankness, then they're able to like put in whatever. So here's a cute little group shot. And I love this outfit. It's so freaking cute. So anyways, when I was putting the clip together, I added those photos in there. And I thought, it'd be kind of fun on the Wake and Bake to share these photos with you guys. Because I think guys would think it's really cute. It's very Y2 Shelly of me. Ugh. Let me see when bench warmers. I'm curious when they started. I should know this, being Miss Benchwarmer USA. And one of the things is I love Carmen Electra. I've talked about this on TMI in more detail. She really gave me hope that you can get gigs like that and not have to be blonde hair and like have a more exotic look. Because sometimes people were like, oh, you're too tan and the light eyes and this and that. So hold on, bench. So she made, to me, it was like, see, it is possible to work these kind of different gigs, especially, oh my gosh, you remember MTV and Singled Out and the whole thing. So she's like the hostess with the mostest. Okay, let's see. What year? Okay. What year did it start? 92. It says Benchwarmer trading cards were officially started in 1992. The company was founded with the concept of creating trading cards that feature models, athletes, and other notable women in nostalgic format similar to vintage sports cards. That is it. And so it was the ultimate, you guys. I gotta find some I have cards. So next time maybe I'll make a note. I'll share some of my cards with you guys. And so when I was looking for those photos right now on my phone to send to share, I was like, I forgot about these photos. Look how cute this is. This is when I had my blonde hair for a little bit. Remember this Shelly era? Look how effing cute. I wore both of these, not together, in WWE. That skirt I wore, and then that bikini top, I still have it. I wore it with the bikini when I was in Mexico, and I did the bikini contest, and I won. And they said I can't do the bikini contest anymore because I'm a heel and I'm not supposed to be winning. And then check this one out. That's when before my hair went blonde and it was in the transition. It's really cute. Oh, you know what I wish I did when I was this version of me? I wish I just would have put brown on top. Man, my makeup looks really good too. And then here's just a little horsing around. See, it was like this really, like in this picture, it doesn't look as bad, but it was like this really weird reddish color. I was just talking to my friend about this. I used to do these shoots, it was like a shootout, and what they would do is they would have a bunch of photographers and a bunch of models, and you just have a big old photo shoot and you get your content. I haven't done it in a really long time, but I booked one, so there's one coming up. I'm so excited about it. So that's why I was like, oh, these photos. And then freaking Freak Show Wrestling, look at this. Chalet de la Muerte getting attacked by a giant octopus in the wrestling ring. That is the wrestling I signed up for, brother, sister. And then look at this cool shot. Rest in peace, Shad Gaspar, Beast. Look how cool this shot is. I love it. So that's what I saw on my phone where I was like, oh, I got to show it to you guys or whatever. So stay tuned on my YouTube channel for these said clips that are the latest episode of TMI, episode 18 it was. And dude, I went off about Spencer Pratt. I went off about, what else did I get mad about? Hulk Hogan. I was crazy. You know why? I got drunk on TMI. By the end, we were talking about Barry Blaustein. And I was so passionate. And when I was watching it back on Friday, I was just like, oh my gosh, I am so drunk at this point. I just go going, yes, yes, yes. And it was because I forgot in that moment, we're recording a show. And I felt like it was just Chad talking and reminding me of the details of Beyond the Mat. And so how passionate I am about Beyond the Mat, and the fact that by that point, because it was at the end of the show, I was drunk. I threw up the next day. It got like that. So if you wanted to see a hot mess of a Shelly, just go there. Check out the latest TMI on the Shelly Martinez channel on YouTube. All right, looks like got some comments in the chat room. Let's go over there. Scroll up to the last one here. I don't have that suit. They didn't let me take it home. I wish. But you know what suit I did have? I had for a long time, and I wish I still had it. Where's that? Hold on. I guess I didn't add it. I hate how pale I am. I'm just not tan today, and it makes me upset. I know you guys don't care, but I do, and that's what matters. I care. Hold on. Where did that photo go? Right, hold on, it's uploading. Oh, so for my secret society, when it was like the earlier days, like 2017-ish, I did this whole Valentine's Day shoot as Bat Shelly. And this was one of the photos, if you guys remember. There I am in this super cute Bat Shelly outfit. I wish I still had that. It's so effing cute. I still have that mask. But oh my goodness. I gotta try to find that suit again because I loved it. And I would actually wear it because where I lived at that time, there was a pool and a jacuzzi at the apartment building I lived at. Oh, that's when I was like doing the indies hard, like in my 30s. So I was so grateful that I lived somewhere and there was a sauna there too, where I can use the sauna on a regular basis, where I could use the pool, especially for my joints and stuff. And that I remember when I was wrestling at Hood Slam all the time, freaking hold on. When I was wrestling at Hood Slam all the time, shout out to freaking Hood Slam. I would get home in the wee hours of the morning and I would just go and make my coffee. And by the time my coffee was made and I had whatever smoking device, the sun was coming up. And before going to bed, because we would pull all nighters, like driving from Oakland back to SoCal. And I would just sit in that hot tub and like let the weekend just marinate off of me. And oh, so that photo was by the pool of that place, and that bathing suit, what ended up happening is it ended up getting messed up because I would use that outfit, that swimsuit a lot in the pool and the jacuzzi. And in the jacuzzi, when I'd sit there, it messed it up on the butt part. It would like scraped it all up. So that's what happened with that. And then here, look at this photo. Can I just say this? This is so effing cute. This was when I was in one of the many times I was in Lowrider. Thank you very much. And when I was looking for those freaking benchwarmer photos, I saw this one too. So I was like, dude, I gotta share that one. I want to get back to shooting stuff like this, like with old cars, with choppers again. Like, oh man, I miss that kind of stuff so much. I gotta bring it back. I do. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Speaking of, let me go see your comments. Oh yeah, I didn't even finish. Duh. Okay. Snoopy. Okay, that's too far. Married with Children. That's too far. Oh man, I went way far, and that's when we started sitting in our classes. Freaking AI. It's too much. Look, a little AI can help. I get that. But when people are just solely relying on AI, that's when I have a problem with it. They are trying to get that extra Tesla money. Ugh. See, I relate to this. There was a time where there was a fake me arguing with me. I was like, "You're not Shelly Martinez." They're like, "Yes, I am." I'm like, "No, you're not." They're like, "Yes, I am." Show me your ID then to prove you're Shelly Martinez. I was like, I don't have to prove to you I'm Shelly Martinez. I'm Shelly Martinez. It was one of the weirdest moments ever. Talk about weird. That's why I'm weird about having to protect myself and my brand. And that's why F&X gets my freaking money, because what else am I going to do? Ugh, I can't. Oh, the bat suit. That's where we left off. The other model in the gold bikini, Holly Pockets. Do you know who Holly Pockets is? So I'm just reading through all your comments here. You know, I just wanted to try the blonde, but I think I'm brunette forever. Baddie Page. Yes, dude. Yes. Hello, Bloody Money. Oh, Lowrider. I did argue with myself. Weirdest thing. How about all? And I've been the mall. So there you have it. I loved shooting for Lowrider. I shot with Lowrider the first times before my WWE career. And then I shot for them after. And it was such a big deal to me every single time. I loved it. There was like, and then being friends with the photographers and shooting with them on other stuff. Like, man, there was this shoot I did in this like cool warehousey place right when I first moved back from when WWE canned me and I moved back to California. There was this photographer I worked with a ton in the early 2000s to the mid 2000s named Marco Patino. And we went to this place that had different like little sets and stuff. And I shot some amazing photos there. And there's this one set that I wish I had. It's just not meant. It's not meant, but I wish I had it. And I've asked him and he said he doesn't have it. And so it's like, oh. But like I just remember how I felt at that time and when I was shooting, even though I was feeling good about shooting and being like expressing myself that way, I was still really butthurt because I just got fired from WWE and this is before TNA was on the table, so I didn't know what my future was going to hold. And so it was rough times and I had that shoot and that's why I wish that I could get my hands on the full thing. Maybe one day he'll be like, I found the entire thingy. Hold on. No. 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 But no. Oh, this one I know I like. Yeah, this one. This is my jam here. But anyways, that's what I love about shoots and wrestling is how working the gig, how it brings you around other people who you can end up like collabing with, or in wrestling cases, like having matches with or whatever. And like how there's like this cool little magic that happens. And that's why they make the movies the way they do. And they wait, about people being actors and actresses and models and wrestlers, because that is how it is. And that's the allure to it all. You know what I mean? I know I said it before. I think it was the last Wake and Bake, maybe, was it? When I said the movie Swingers, like, is so on point. And that's exactly how, especially back in the day, it really was being an actor, actress here in SoCal, in the LA area in particular. So, that's why it always, the two worlds, I feel like I can chameleonize, if you will, in both, because of getting a artistic high off of working with people, building relationships with people, and then creating something really cool with them because of that. And then it just gets better and better and better. That's how I felt about Marco with our photos and stuff. And he's seen me through so many different seasons. He doesn't live here anymore, which bothers me, or else I'd have him shooting for me still. But, anyways, going down that whole rabbit hole because of freaking Lowrider, baby. And then these photos, man, look at that smoke. I miss these days. Bring them back. All right, you guys. Well, I got to get out of here because I have a lot to do. Thank you so much for joining me. Sorry for the tardy show, but hey, better late than never. And if you want to see what I'm up to, make sure to go to shellymartinez.net/links. Everything is there. If you'd like some more content, go to patreon.com/shellymartinez or just go to that shellymartinez.net links. And be on the lookout, vampireradio.net. I have a new little thing on there to keep Vampire Radio's playlist alive over there. It's called the Vampire Radio Minute, and I'm going to be recording some stuff for Vampire Radio tonight. It's one of the things on my to-do list. So make sure you're subscribed over there. And of course, make sure you're up to date over there on TMI. The playlist is there on my YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have the notifications. I know, but some people, they don't know. There's some people that this would be their first time. And don't forget my shirts, pro wrestling tees, all that stuff. Again, just go to shellymartinez.net/links because look, this is a really cool shirt. Look at this artwork. I have a couple too. If you go to shellymartinez.net/stores or shellymartinez.net/store, you can also buy the shirt there if I have your size, but if I don't, you have to go to Pro Wrestling Tees. All right, until next time, Shelly from Cali. I'm gonna be smelling all of you guys later. I didn't push the right button. Adios.